siate? No, zitoni. Vermicelli.
Hello, hello, I'm the Chris Who Plays Games. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, everybody. I am the Chris Who Plays Games, playing retro games every Monday at 9:15, whatever I feel like every Friday at 9:15. And because it's Friday, we're going to play some of whatever I feel like. And today, whatever I feel like is finishing up Super Mario Odyssey. Let's go! So yeah, we're going to be playing some more Mario tonight. We'll be playing here on the Switch. I hope that you are here to have a good time. If you're not here to have a good time, then you're gonna have to go someplace else because this is a good time having place. So yeah, I'm gonna sit back in my chair right there. Today's T-shirt is a shirt put together by Parker Higgins. It says, "It's dangerous to go alone. Use Signal. Use Tor." Signal and Tor are two privacy-protecting services that you can use. One is a messaging app, and one is one that protects your browser data. So check those out. You should use them all the time because if you only use them when you're doing something illegal, then you know the cops suspect it, and that's bad. So we don't want that. Here we go. Let's go. Hello, Narcost and Jeff. Hello, Yugi, and anybody else out there. Welcome to the stream. I am the Chris Who Plays Games, and we are trapped in a snowy, snowy land. All I see, as far as the eye can see, is snow and snow and snow. How was my Friday today? My Friday was just peachy keen. I worked today on some, what are these things? Today I worked on some code. Had a conversation with someone where I found out that we were not duplicating effort, which is good. And I am already, you know, got some progress done, made things happen, and here we are above the ice well. Oh God, I guess I fell into the ice well. So there you go. Yeah, so good day overall. Got stuff done. It was really hot out here today, but that's just kind of how it goes. So I guess I am in Shiveria. Okay. For souvenirs, I've come to the right place. So one thing I learned is that if you go into these hat stores, they always have a hat for sale that will give you a star. Or not a hat for sale, but a star for sale. So let's talk to this guy and see if he will sell me a star. Yes, I know. I just want... Oh, moon, right. Not a star. A moon. Yeah, let's buy that. Sure. And, yeah, there we go. I got a moon. Going shopping, going to Shiveria, and I'm gonna go shopping. Alright, cool. Something. Let's talk to you. He stole our frosted cake. Yeah, he's trying to set up for a wedding, remember? So he's stealing all kinds of things. He stole flowers, he stole cakes, everything else. And we gotta open up the race course with moons. Alright, so I can't go in there, so let's go this way and hope for there's a moon this way. I have never played this game before, so we're just kind of playing our way through it. Luckily, Mario games are generally pretty straightforward, so you don't have to worry too much about the fact that you haven't played them. That seemed bad. Okay, so let's not get eaten by these weird chompy things. Chompy chomp, chompy chomp, chompy chompy chomp, chompy chomp. And he told of his life in the land of yellow moons. And he sailed unto the moon, and his love of them is very soon. And the band begins to play. Alright, gotta make it all the way up to the top. Up top. How was your weekend? How was your Friday, DJ Mike TV? Weekend is not the word I meant to say. Yeah, I know. It's cold. I'm not trying to go in there. I know, Hatman. I know. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this. Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and take that as well. Oops, I missed. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Oh, gosh. Well, that did not work well. Alright, let's try this again. But yeah, so how was your Friday? What did you do today? What are you doing this weekend? This weekend, I've got a couple different things going on. One thing I am doing is that I'm going to be canvassing with the Yes on 3 campaign for transgender equality here in Massachusetts. So I'll be going out canvassing for the first time for a political campaign tomorrow. So I'll be out for a couple hours. Hello, Brad Pritchard. Welcome to the stream. Plays games. My name is Chris. Chris to the Mist. To the Mr. Mist. There we go. Oh, damn it. I only got one down, one to go, hopefully. Because I know one other direction I can go, so let's go that direction. Be red. Yes, I know. The energy of power moons, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I am Mr. Plays Games. I would accept a Mr., but you gotta put a Mr. in there. You can't just ignore it. Gotta, you know, make it all hang out. Oh gosh. Okay, I guess this is a cyclone trigger. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's see. How do we get through here? Get out of here. I need to see. Can't see anything. Oh god, let me through. Let me in, let me in. Okay, there we go. Now I know. Oh, okay. So let's try that again. Yeah, so I spent this week, let's see, what did I do this week? Oh, so this week on Thursday, I started my documentary filmmaking class at my local public access station. So I am in a class with what I think is 6 other people. We are putting together a documentary on the local theater near us. So... Blah, 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 blah. I don't care about you. Blah, 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 blah. Hello, gaming lawyer. It's hot out here. It's really hot in California. I guess it is, there's fire? That's a thing I understand. I've heard this from someone. Ow, that didn't work. Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. What am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be capturing the hat and then throwing it back at him? Let's find out. Let's find out. A 1, a 2. Oh, jeez. Wonder if there's supposed to be a flag I picked up or something. Let's go. So Narcost, I hear you've been how have your videos with Miss Barbara been going? I've been seeing those. There was a premiere of one of those yesterday, I feel like. Yeah, well, so my daughter, of course, lives in Palm Springs, and so usually she has a view of the mountains over in the direction of San Bernardino, but her mountain view is currently not very Mountain View-y. It's even less Mountain View-y than Mountain View, California. What is her name? Her name is Alicia. If I pull up Alicia and look at this photo, gosh, she posts a lot of memes. There we go. So yeah, if I push the browser button, let's make my face go away too. You can see that this is her. This is what she sees. So what is normally a nice view of the mountain range over there is currently a giant cloud of yellow smoke. So that's bad. But luckily, I guess it's on the other side of the mountains and just blowing over there because of the wind. So she is fine. But lots of fire, lots of fire. Alright, what are we doing here? Aha! Okay. So I can flip the things over by hitting them with my... Okay. Alright, there we go. One's down. So did we convince you to do too many bonus streams this week, Gaming Lawyer? Was that the reason you had to bail on Thursday? Too much counter-programming? I see how it works. Yeah, I don't know exactly where it is, so I don't know. All I know is that she's got a lot of smoke going on. And she's got clouds of ash coming down as raindrops keep falling on her head. Alright, let's go ahead and land on this guy again. It's 3, the classic number of item hits to defeat an enemy in a Nintendo game. Carried on to many other games as well. But yeah, so, and then last week it was also like 119 degrees at her house about a week ago, which is ridiculously warm. I think this game is a little bit too loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. You can tell me if you think I'm being silly by thinking this is a bit too loud, but I don't think I am. I think it was competing with my beautiful voice. And nobody was telling me. Alrighty, alrighty. There were 4 barriers, so I've got 2 to go. Well, I don't know where to go for these other 2. Oh, this door. This looks like a door. Let's go down this hallway. Jumping. Ah, you got your work. Okay, cool. I guess I thought you had gotten your work on earlier than that, so I'm glad you got it. It's good to get work done. I was talking to my boss at our one-on-one, and I was explaining how the biggest thing that I need to work on now that I'm on this new team is making sure that I loop back to doing work rather than to reading Twitter. Because I have a tendency to, I'll finish a task, and so like while I'm working, I'll be dedicated to a task, I'll do, you know, like a bunch of things on a task, and then I'll get to the end of the task, and I'll be like, cool, I'm done, and then because I don't have like this huge backlog of tasks like you get eventually whenever you work someplace long enough, I'm just like, okay, cool, now I'm just gonna read Twitter, and I'll spend like hours in that state, so I need to work on that. This is a problem I need to fix, but yes. Hello, Gar! Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. It's kind of funny that your picture here is not Gar. Because, like, the reason that Gar is because you are Gar, and yet here you are not Gar, so. How's your StarCraft tournament going? Are you #1 yet? Are you going to be the #1 US player? Defeat all the other people who can't do better? This is the original namesake for Gar. Well, I like the lobby Gar better. And the who the fuck is Gar can just, you know, do whatever it has to do. Yeah, well, so that's one of the nice things about being on a salary, of course, is that you know, I get paid even when I'm fucking off. And of course, one of the reasons that that continues to be relevant or continues to happen is because I continue to not fuck off enough that they don't fire me. So that's important. Oh, yeah, I think that would be really frustrating. Can we get through the floor somehow? I don't know. I don't seem to see a way. Oh, I bet I have to smash on all these corners. Smash into corners! Gotta play some Super Smash Mario right here. Is Mario a very good character in any Smash game? I feel like he's not. I mean, realistically, DJ Mike TV, we get almost no trolls here. It's not a real big problem. But in fact, the reason that most people have mod here is just because, like, at some point they have wanted to post a link, and YouTube doesn't make it possible to post links if you're not a mod, which is silly. The silly restriction. I think that it would absolutely make sense to have that be an option, just like it is on comments, but it doesn't make sense to have it be the only option. And as someone who rarely, like, gets people who are, you know, causing trouble that way, I'd rather just not. But, hey, what can you do? Can't have everything you want unless you go to Twitch. It's a valid restriction as an option. It's not a valid. I disagree. I think it's even a valid restriction by default. I just think you should be able to change it. And then the other thing I think is that if you're going to say, like, this is not something that you should be able to change, then I think that you should be able to add approved users who aren't mods. Which again is a thing that exists for comments, but not for live chat. But yeah, overall, it's one of the things that... Oh, god damn it. I thought I had to smash them, but I don't. They just come down on their own, and here I am screwing up. So let's run past these guys, across this bridge, across the other bridge, dodging the shadows, across this, over here. I'm getting good at this now. We're gonna be so fast, we're gonna speedrun this level. Oh god! As we jump into oblivion. Speedruns are us. That's what they call me, the speedrun master. I am not a speedrun master. Note, speedrun's not guaranteed. Feel like I need one of those fast-talking, like, people with the disclaimers at the end of the ad, so I can be like, here are all the false things that I've said that I believe to be true, and sometimes did not. Alright, come at me. I think that's gonna do it. Oh shoot! Oh no! No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh, it was. Okay, never mind. That was 100% what I wanted to do, and I was not surprised by it. It's fine. Just hire an auctioneer, someone who can talk really fast. Really, you need a fast talker to say something? I can do something. I can say really fast. I can say really hitting things. Don't call me the microstream man. I'll talk something. I got stuck there, but that's okay. I can say really words fast, 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 fast. That's one of the very earliest CPG rants is actually, I spoke 373 words per minute in the fastest CPG rant on for 11 minutes, which is a lot. The current CPG rants are more like 200 to 250 words a minute, which is a much more sane rate of speech. The world record fast talker is the Micro Machine Man, who did the Micro Machines commercials for a while, and he can talk at 600 words per minute, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah. So yeah, I think that the skill set required for auctioneering, god damn it. Okay, so those guys in the middle, they blow air around. You know what they can do if I am this guy? I can just be like, Hwah! Oh, I can blow harder. Alright. If at first you don't succeed, blow harder. Okay, I bet I have to blow your house down. Oh god. Yeah, you might get tossed out, you know, people have said at you for cussing in some places, but not here, not with me. I cuss all the time. I cuss at everybody. I can cuss at small children. I'm just like, yo, small child, get out of here. Fuck you. And then they're like, oh, but I'm 12. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, small child. And then their parents come after me, and I suffer litigation, and I have to call up the gaming lawyer and be like, gaming lawyer, I need you to do document review on all of the discovery of my live chats before I send it out. Something like that. I don't actually know a lot about how discovery would work with live chats, but all right, huzzah to the race course. I wonder if I'm gonna have to race a penguin. I felt like I had to race a penguin at one point in Mario. What do you think? What do you know? What do you think? What do you know? Anyway, yeah, so other cool things I did today. Let's see. I was chatting with Lil, who is a coworker of mine, who made a tweet about how guys who only date Asian women are kind of creepy. And that there's oftentimes some things going on there, and her mentions in response to this were completely ridiculous. That's right, deliverers of justice. Making sure that everyone's something is making sure that law students everywhere have something they can get paid for. I think I just went in a circle in a not useful way. This didn't feel like much of a race. I guess I probably have to talk to this person with the blue exclamation mark over his head. Dear blue exclamation mark guy, tell me something I don't know. I mean, didn't I just walk through here and there was nothing in there? Oh, that was weird. I guess I have to talk to him first. No, I just went through here. Confused. Oh, it's this guy. Hey, this guy. Get moving. Alright, fine. I'll take your spot. I want to race against whoever I have to race against. Yeah, so what else is going on? California's on fire, and it was 119 degrees last week. Oh yeah, I guess, like, where is it? Norway and Finland? I don't know. Somewhere is, like, it's so hot that they're worried about, like, water supplies for air conditioning running out. It's everything. Everything's hot right now. And then, of course, the BBC is like, it's not because of climate change. I just talked to him, and he wouldn't come. Like, what do you want me to do here? You want me to, like, roll him out? Roll out the... Let's see if there's anything in here. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, that's useless. I do see you. I see you in Brad's streams. I don't see you in everyone's streams. Oh, haha, right. I forgot. I'm Mario. I can make people roll and do things for me. Alright, Rolly Man. We're gonna race whether you like it or not. Let's go. Oh god. Okay, well, I'm not very good at racing yet, but it's alright. Hello. Let's go. It's time. Where do we go now? Talk to this guy. Now we can start the race. A multi-moon. Yes, I'm ready to race for a multi-moon. But yes, I see you in Brad streams. I don't know if I've seen you in Gaming Lawyer streams. I don't think I saw you in, I don't know, FoxyZilla's stream. Alright. I don't want to keep training. I guess I should at least go once around the course. Oh god, that's water. Okay, don't go in that. Alright, so I see you in Gaming Lawyer streams. But yeah, no, I mean, I watch a lot of streamers. Snap Click Cat and Soy Bomb Stingray Gaming, FoxyZilla, DeFinch, who's like, there's a new person I started watching recently. I don't know. I'm like, this is a silly argument. I don't see you in every stream I'm in, but like, of course I don't. You're just saying that you see me often, which is totally reasonable, and I'm just being a dick. Just excuse my dickishness. That's rule number 1 of CPG. CPG can be a dick, just ignore it. Alright. Let's go. Okay, so the trick is to only bounce on the track, because then you get speed bonuses. And you can bounce farther. You want to cut off as many corners as you can as well, so it's a trade-off. And if you're good at it, you'll win, which I will not do, but I might come in second. Blah! Let's go. Come on, baby. The other thing is that I used to watch a lot more streamers. I'm subscribed to about 500 channels, and about 90% of those, I think, came from YouTube gaming subscriptions, but I don't watch as many anymore because, I mean, a lot of them have stopped, and then I just don't spend as much time watching things at all. I'm not really into RPGs, so a lot of the gaming, most of the gaming I do is on YouTube, and I don't want to do RPGs because I only play like 4 hours an evening, and so I don't have I don't have time to go through RPGs because they're too long. I loved Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy VII, but I don't have a lot of time for other things. I have considered doing Earthbound and just streaming it, and I like watching other people play RPGs a lot, but I get bored of like RPGs after like 2 or 3 streams. Yeah, so a lot of people have been a big fan of Octopath. And you're really into the OST, I saw too, right? You tweeted about that yesterday. You should stream it. I agree. I would watch you stream Octopath. I watch Brad stream all kinds of RPGs too. Although lately he's been streaming some kind of soccer game. Whoa. What the heck? I don't know what I have to do now. To climb up this pole? Oh no, I went the wrong way. Okay, I got it. I got it. I mean, is this different than all of your other streaming, Gar, where, like, I can't get your attention while you play these games because, you know, they're high-focus games anyway? I mean, I realize you're playing, like, StarCraft, and I don't blame you for it, but I'm just saying, like, you can focus during that. I actually dig the soccer game, Brad, for the record. I mean, I know that I've been, like, not like super talky because I don't think it does not inspire as much talking as other things that you play, and I will fully admit that. But I really kind of like it. But yeah, no, I'm just giving you crap. But yeah, so I've seen Octopath. I've looked at it. I looked at it long enough to go like, yeah, if I had another like 20 hours I was willing to spend on doing gaming, like this would be maybe a cool game to check out. But right now, so this week I've got coming up on tomorrow, I'm doing canvassing for transgender rights ballot question in Massachusetts. Coming up on Sunday, I've got a class on Premiere Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday evening from 6 to 9. Coming up on Wednesday, I don't remember what I have. On Thursday, I have my documentary filmmaking class. I need to reach out and find more people to come to our organizational meeting for Upgrade Cambridge, because we're having an organizational meeting to start our fall campaign in about a week and a half. I did postcard writing yesterday. Like, I'm just like, every day for like the next month is just going to be constantly booked. And then, let's see, August 6th, I'm going to a burlesque show. On August 26th, I'm going to another Star Trek burlesque show. So, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I mean, TJ Mike, you just said you didn't want to be mod because then you'd have to deal with people. And now you're sitting here telling me you want to be mod. I'm so confused. Yeah, the drawing stuff in FF8 was really annoying. It was badly done. It was probably the worst part of a game that really wasn't all that great. I enjoyed it because it was one of the first RPGs I played on my own. FF7 I played with a friend, and FF8 was one that I played through on my own. But I'm not saying it was well done. I just enjoyed it. I don't know if the plot was any more terrible than others, but whatever. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Do I have to go out here now? Let's go here. But yeah, I never played 9 or 10. Okay, where did I come out through here? Hey, look, a moon. How do I get up to that moon? There we go. Done. A lot of people liked 15, I feel like. 15 is the most recent one with the guys driving around in the car. I feel like Mighty played that one and really liked it. Okay, so now I need to find that ship that I came from. Which I think is up there. Okay. I'm coming, ship! Don't leave without me! You're in a store. It's so weird. I mean, people have gone to stores before. You might want to explain a little bit more about why you find that to be so weird. Oh no, my thing is beeping. Oh, it's Facebook. Right, because I pulled up Alicia's photo. But yeah, so at the moment, I feel completely overwhelmed with how busy I am. And this is my own fault because I'm taking a bunch of classes at my local public access station, which I'm really loving, for the record. You know, so I started my documentary class. The teacher is pretty good. We went through yesterday, like, just talking about different elements of documentaries. He showed us a couple of different kind of well-known documentaries, as well as taking us through the elements of some of the previous ones they've done in the class. We kind of sat around critiquing them and talking about what was good, what was bad, etc. And I really just really enjoy, and this is one of the things that I've always found really annoying about like talking to YouTube creators, is that YouTube creators are always so fucking focused on like how many views they get and so unfocused on like, is their content good? And it means that it's like you are doing a cool thing, but I can't talk to you about it in any meaningful way because you have no ability to self-evaluate like why it's good or bad. And it's really frustrating. So to sit around in a class full of like 7 or 8 people and hear what they like about content or don't like about content is actually a really cool experience for me. So just that in and of itself is cool. And then we're going to be making a documentary, so we kicked around like 5 or 6 different ideas about what we should make one about, and we voted on one, and we'll be producing a 3 to 5 minute documentary over the next couple weeks, which I'm super psyched about. So the Luncheon Kingdom sounds like a good place to be. Hungry for luncheon. Let's review some useful skills like the long jump. Sure, I need to close Facebook. It's going to distract me. Someone said something stupid on Facebook and I'm going to be tempted to respond. Yeah, so I'm getting into that. I also found out that my, again, Cambridge Community Television did a 30-second film festival a couple of months ago, and a couple of them are actually pretty cute. So they're all up on Vimeo, but they're really hard to find. Yeah, I know. I have a family member who lives in New Hampshire, and he's totally, like, he's bright, and he is... he and I are totally on the same wavelength politically, but one of the people that he's friends with on Facebook is just ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. And I am always so, like, I'm so bad about just accepting, like, Bob is dumb and wrong. You will never convince him of anything factual. I mean, this is the guy who's like, anytime The Economist says something, he's like, yeah, that liberal mag The Economist is at it again. And I'm like, if you're calling The Economist a liberal magazine, like, you are clearly so far off the deep end that you're no longer behaving in a rational or reasonable way. So it is not worth my time to try and, like, talk to you or educate you. It's stupid. Like, it's absolutely idiotic. I should not be spending any time thinking about the things you're saying. You are so far gone, and I don't need to convince you of anything, but I hate people being wrong on the internet, you know? What do you do when I hit you? Oh, you just turn into a pool of ooze. That probably kills me, right? Yeah, okay. I dug my butt right into that one. Okay, let's get out of here. This flaming tomato. Alright, I am now one of these fireball things, so that's cool. And I think, I mean, the reality is, and I've said this before, is that, like, you know, just because you voted for Trump, I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna go into that. But yeah, so, because the last time I did, I pissed off everyone, and I don't want to do that. So, I'm glad there are people out there who are reconsidering their process or their thoughts on these things. The reality is, like, that's not where, like, concerning myself with that is not where I need to be spending my time. It is much more cost effective for me to be spending my time talking to people who were apathetic in 2016, people who have not voted, people who are low information voters, and saying, like, look, you know, here is something that is going on. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you might want to think about whether this is something you care about. And I think if you look at, you know, just go to like 5calls.org or something like that and look around, you're going to see a ton of different issues that can appeal to pretty much everyone. There's pretty much no one around who could look at 5calls.org, which is generally progressive causes, and not find something that they agree with. Whether it is prevention of gun violence, or whether it's, you know, protecting veterans, or whether it's, you know, all these different things. This administration does so much that is bad that you don't have to try very hard to find something that, you know, a traditional Republican can be upset about, because everything's terrible. Like, everything's terrible. Yes, my last name is Schmidt. That is me. Alright. What do we got? You're gonna do that thing? Can I hit you while you're in this state? Hello, Armin. Welcome, welcome. I'm the Chris who plays games, playing retro games every Monday at 9:15, whatever. I feel like every Friday at 9:15. Tonight we are playing some Super Mario Odyssey. Oh yeah, so you might be curious about my video title. And so I got an email about an hour before the stream started saying, like, we have your password. And while you were looking at porn, we took video of you. And we'll send that video to all of your friends if you don't pay us 1 Bitcoin. And it is one of my passwords. It's a password that I used back in 2014. It's been leaked in a couple of different breaches, I think, but in particular, it was leaked in the Mt. Gox hack. And so, like, I know that password is out there. Ooh, that is loud. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so I'd like describing Mario Kart. What are clouds made of? Clouds are made of other people's computers. Gaming lawyer. But yeah, so I just read the email and laughed, but you know, these scams have been very effective. You know, they're basically like in I don't know if people watch Black Mirror, but there's a Black Mirror episode which is basically exactly that. You know, they email a video of the guy, you know, doing whatever, and get him to do all this terrible things like go and kill a person and deliver a package and everything else like that. And it's like my password, like it's a password I used 4 years ago that I have changed from since, don't use anywhere. Frankly, you are just not convincing me of anything with this approach. Alright, so I hit you with the hat. Alright. Sure, like, it's the whole thing is silly. Like, it's not a thing that exists. Okay, I need to jump on your head. I was like, what is not working here? But, I've got it now. I need to jump on his head. Alright. You just bounce around. Go ahead. Knock you away. There are no rings in this game. Anyway, so yeah, welcome new people. I hope you enjoy my Mario Odyssey failing. I'm not very good at video games. I used to say, well, I think my channel description still says I suck at retro games, so you don't have to. Now I don't just suck at retro games, I suck at all games, so you don't have to. So you don't have to worry about feeling like you need to suck at games. You can just watch me do it instead. Wow, there's a lot of purple stuff. Get out of here. There we go. And on your head. Boom. I have not watched San Junipero. I watched like half of San Junipero and I fell asleep. And I have meant to go back and watch it for a while, but I never have. I know a lot of people call it their favorite Black Mirror episode, but I have not seen it. Okay. What do I do now? Oh, I cross this bridge. Cool. Oh, boom. Under the cheese rocks. Cheese can't be rocks. What is this, the moon? God damn. I don't know if Airman said something I didn't see, or AWOL just pocket time someone out, but well, you're only paid in Soros bucks here, so you know you gotta factor in the conversion rate, and the conversion rate is that there is no conversion rate and there is no money. Anyway, oh, okay. Sub-begging, I see how it goes. I guess I'm disappointed that YouTube's lag is so high that I couldn't even see that. I don't know, whatever. Different point. Anyway, I gotta think about what I was trying to think, and I forgot what I was trying to think. I wanna, like, pull one of these things up. Alright. Why? Alright, let's go ahead and put this thing in the soup. Put the golden onion in the soup. Probably a turnip, but whatever. Hey, I got a moon. Oh, top chat. Got it. Good job, top chat. Golden turnip recipe 1. Alright, cool. What do you gotta tell me? Hey, hey, come back here, chef man. It should ride with a flappy type. Once the blue moon, yeah. Mostly, I forget to change to anything else, so. Alright, put gold things in there. Well, I already put 1 gold thing in there. Is there more gold? Oh god! That's not gold. Oh no! Come back! I didn't mean to throw you in the purple stuff. Okay. Ah! Cool. I put the turnip in. No problem. The fact that I am slightly scorched, not relevant. Ow! Options are for chumps. YouTube doesn't believe in options. Neither does Google in general, really. Oh, that's not very good. I wanted some more stars. I got none. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do you know? What do you say? Hello, man. Oh, I'm gonna push this thing. Oh, I pushed that thing. Cool. We're good. All's well. Okay, tell me what I need to know. That bird up there showed it took over the stupa, blah, blah, blah. Okay, how do I catch the bird? Don't you know about the bird? Everybody knows that the bird is the word. Bird, bird. The bird's a word. A bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. A bird, don't you know about the bird? Everybody knows that the bird is the word. Oh no! No! Shoot. That was dumb. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Okay. So yeah, so overall my documentary class is great and my premiere boot camp starts on Sunday. It will probably actually be a little bit late starting the stream on Monday, so don't panic. I'll get here as soon as I can. My classes wrap up around 8:45, so I should be able to make it back not too late after 9 and get started streaming. I guess I should probably like pick a game. That feels like a thing that would be good, but I have not done that yet. Alright, how do I do this and this? Okay, cool. I did point out, so one of the things that, thinking about it, you know, I don't know if other people watch, so CNN's digital group has a team called Great Big Story now. They make kind of short mini documentaries about a bunch of different things. They have a channel that's got like 2 million subscribers at this point, and I brought up that I pointed the teacher for the class to that because I think they're actually pretty good. They're actually pretty good short documentaries. So, yeah, Great Big Stories by CNN. Yep. Yes, they are. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Not all birds have teeth. Some birds still have teeth, I think. All right, get out of here, cans. That's right. Just bounce everywhere. Get out of here, birds. What do you think you are? Some kind of bird? I don't know where I was going with that. Probably somewhere better than where I went. Ugh. I want to go up. I mean, geese are terrible in every way, so I am not surprised at all that they have teeth. Oh god. And, yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, I also did postcarding yesterday. So I did postcarding via a group called Sister District. So Sister District is aligning generally progressive districts like the ones that I live in with districts in other states and helping canvass and call and support the state, people running for state rep in those districts. So, Mike, you said like 2 minutes ago you were not going to ask to be mod, and now you're saying that you're going to ask to be mod. I feel like that means that I can't trust you, and that you shouldn't be mod. Alright, is this going to open up Charlie and Wonka's great glass elevator? Oh no, it's just a moon. Okay, well that's fine too. Let's go get the moon. Howl at the moon. Solved! Okay. So I need to get a lot of moons in this world, and I don't know where any of them are. I got one. I got a couple, I guess. So I got one that was, Alright, big pot on the volcano. That sounds like a thing I can get. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. So yeah, continue to be excited about my public access classes. I would encourage everyone to look at their own public access networks and see if there is anything that you can do at your public access TV station. You might have classes, or you might have an ability to have your own TV show broadcast on the very airwaves that carry other people's TV shows. Not that TV shows are really mostly carried on the airwaves anymore, because most people use cable, but whatever. Oh god, that did not work well. Floink! Alright, cool. Floink! Let's floink me up here. I'm a rock. Oh. I'm whatever this is. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm a giant piece of meat. That's right. MoviePass did run out of money. Alright, what am I doing here? For the record, that was not my entire list of topics, and the reason that MoviePass is not on there is because no one tweeted about it, and I forgot. Because I only spent about 12 minutes going through and picking out topics for the evening, and that was not on the list. But yeah, so MoviePass set up an utterly unsustainable business model, and it turns out that they ran out of money before they could convince someone to buy them, so they would stop, you know, having to worry about money. This is not an atypical startup failure. So yeah, I guess last night, MoviePass has got like a $10 a month or something like that subscription set up, and you just spend $10 and you can watch as many movies as you want in a month. This is obviously expensive, and it seems like they did not have the scale that they were able to negotiate any kind of better deals with movie theaters, so they were literally just paying market prices for tickets, and paying market prices for tickets is not something you can do with someone else's money forever. So last night, I guess they just ran out of money. It's a little bit weird to me that their whole setup was... Like, I wonder how they're actually set up to make those payments. Like, is it like they just have like some guy's credit card that has a credit limit that filled up? Like, how exactly does that fail? I have no idea. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be sitting here asking the question. But that part was actually interesting to me, is that it's like, yeah, we're out of money and we're gonna get a temporary loan so that we're not totally out of money. But really, like, you're screwed, guys. Like, you can't keep going. I don't know exactly what you plan to do here. Giving you money to continue to lose money is not gonna work. So, I don't know what's this gonna do. Cool. Let's do that. Well, yeah, soon there will be only Disney movies, because Disney will own every piece of worthwhile IP in the world. Because that's their current plan. And then they will force copyright to be extended forever, and it will be argued that, you know, we can't do anything else because Disney's IP is so important that we have to defer to them, because otherwise we won't be able to watch Star Wars or Marvel or, I don't know, anything else. And then, yeah. The cave over there is the only way to the peak. I don't believe you. I'm gonna go through here. Screw you, Hammer Brother. I don't like you. But yeah, so overall, MoviePass failing was entirely expected. Everyone could look at their business model for about 12 seconds and figure out it wasn't sustainable, and the end result is that it failed in exactly the way you should expect. So, like, I don't know, it's kind of like a question to me, like, is that interesting? Is that actually surprising? Is it unusual? I think it is none of those things. I guess the only thing that's unusual about this is that rather than, like, private equity companies buying up a private company and then destroying it for their own personal wealth, this is actually someone who thought that building an unsustainable business model would last long enough for them to get rich off of it, and was wrong. I guess that's a different failure mode, but not a particularly surprising or interesting one. Yeah. I mean, realistically, I assume that their company data was already sold, frankly. How do I get in this door? Not like that, I guess. That's cool, GJ Mike TV. Yeah, so selling data like that, my expectation is that part of their intended business model they sold to investors in the first place was that they would have better data on what movies people were seeing so that they could sell more tickets, and that they could sell that data to the theaters so they could figure out what to spend money on. So I don't expect that your data was private to begin with. Maybe other people were much better about reading the privacy policies or something like that than average, but that would have been my assumption. Light the fireballs. Maybe? I wonder if, or put them out. Oh, you're right. Light it up. Light it up. I guess that's what they mean when they say it's lit. Is that right? Kids these days. Alright, so this is going to open a bridge to a door. Hooray! Now I have to try and get through that little door. I was watching, oh, John Oliver's back on Sunday. That's good. I was watching John Oliver, and he's going through and using a bunch of, like, you know, words of the variety that people my age shouldn't use, and he was like, now I have ruined all of those words and this other word I invented just in case. Note to self, kids, like, don't tell your elders the slang, because they will just ruin it for you. Oh yeah, so I guess it is time for quarterly results. Oh no, you ate my hat, jerk. Get out of here. Thought I could just... Because I can't do the thing I thought I could do. I wanted to light up those fire things using fire breath from the piranha plant, but I guess I can't do that. Ow! Whoa! Take care, DJ Mike TV. Yeah, I don't slide into people's DMs. That feels, it feels inappropriate. Unfortunately, I don't have the national reach of John Oliver, so even if I did ruin a term for life, I'm not sure everyone would get the memo, so it'd be problematic. There you go. Take that. All right. Cool. All Alright, so now I'm going to wait and go the long way around and then pick up that flag so I don't have to keep going through the same place. What is China Joy? I know Google Cloud Next was this week. Oh yeah, sorry, earnings results. So yeah, Google, you know, hit their earnings expectations. I was amused at the June earnings numbers. I like that, like, EU commission fine, multi-billion-dollar EU commission fine is just like a part of the June numbers at this point. So like this quarter they had like, oh yeah, last year's EU commission fine was 2.7 billion. This year's EU commission fine is 5.2 billion. Of course that was priced into the stock long ago because everyone kind of knew what to expect on this front. But it was still an amusing, just an amusing footnote in the overall space. Nothing really surprising in Google's numbers. Facebook and Twitter both reported, I think, lower user growth than investors were expecting, sort of. It feels like the expectations from investors are the problem there and not Twitter or Facebook's behavior. Facebook has been saying for literally 2 years that they're going to have to stop growing at some point, and they are, you know, coming up to the point where once you have everybody in the world on your platform, it becomes really hard to have like 20% month on, you know, quarter-on-quarter growth. But investors are dumb, stock markets are dumb, so Facebook dropped by some massive amount of value because investors apparently don't know how math works. I agree, it's a great time to buy Facebook stock. It does seem like Twitter was overpriced before the most recent stock results, and this is just kind of a normalization back to where they should be, rather than anything else. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that was going to be something a little bit more spectacular. And then Twitter's numbers, like Twitter's revenue growth is pretty great. They're doing, I don't know, 600 million in ads driven by a huge increase in video ad sales. Like overall, they're actually making money now, which is awesome for them. Investors are upset because it turns out that when you report, like, they're just like, yeah, we started removing bots, and guess what? When you remove bots, like, you lose, your user numbers don't just continue to go up. Like, it's gonna take a little bit of time to get rid of the bots, clean up the site, you know, have a whole better, fuck these tiny paths. Jesus Christ. But instead, investors are out here being like, oh no, the user numbers went down. We're gonna fucking panic and sell the stock. It's like, you idiots. But what was interesting to me, so I follow this guy, Mike Isaac? I don't remember his name exactly. He's like a New York Times reporter who's on sabbatical writing a book at the moment. And he was tweeting about the fact that Amazon did 2.2 billion in advertising revenue in the last quarter. I didn't even know Amazon like had an ad platform. Nah, I mean, Facebook dropped. No, Facebook dropped. I don't think the China deal had anything to do with it. Facebook dropped because investors are dumb and didn't expect the numbers to go anywhere. So yeah, I did not realize that Facebook had an ad platform, but they have an ad platform and sold 4 times as many ads as Twitter did. And like, I realized that Twitter is not that big as an overall platform. Like, they've only got 65 million users in the US, only 200 million monthly active users worldwide. But like, that is crazy. Ugh. Ah! There we go. Amazon did 2.2 billion, and yeah. So currently the duopoly of ads is Facebook and Google. And like, Amazon is doing more ads than Twitter, more ads than I don't know, somebody else was mentioned as like being another, you know, player in the ad business or whatever, and I'm just like, I didn't even know they had an ad platform. I feel stupid. You will never get your game certified for China. Just the rules. I don't know that. I'm just being silly. I guess another thing about China is that the number of like of like app stores there, because like the official Google apps, like the Google Android ecosystem doesn't exist in the same way in China, right? Because Google is blocked in China and so on and so forth. And so there's this entirely different ecosystem of like all these competing app stores, and they all have different policies and regulations, and like people are constantly afraid of getting their apps stolen and re-uploaded on someone else's app store, and so they're like, they do all kinds of obfuscation, and like they have to do DRM to make sure their app isn't stolen and put on some other app store. I don't know, it all seems very strange to me. Like overall, the Chinese market for internet stuff just seems very strange, but the Android market especially seems like it meets that criteria. Do I have to swim up here? Hit you on the head. There we go. One down. Okay, so now I just avoid you for a while. Just gonna hit these little rocks here. All's well. Don't hit those green things, they feel bad. Ah! Boom. Just like that. That's right. You tell him. So yeah, I guess they, so Amazon's ad platform, from what briefly I understood, was that, they do a lot of, like, remarketing selling. So, like, you go to Amazon, you see a product, and then, like, you go and the product creators can then advertise the product to people who have looked at, you know, other products. Which of course makes sense. Like it's a perfect advertising platform if you're doing physical products. But it's just like something I didn't even realize existed. So. No, Mathros, at Facebook having an ad platform is totally the right thing to say. You're totally correct. I don't know. I'm like I said, brief understanding. I do not understand how Amazon ads work. I don't understand anything about it, but it definitely does seem like that's a big market that I should, like, if I cared about anything, I should understand. Well, it's so like when you're on other websites, the product shows up, right? So like if I go to Redbubble and then I go and I visit the New York Times, like I'm gonna see an ad for what? Oh no, I don't have any amiibo. Get out of here. Get out of here. I mean, Jose, it depends on how ignorant they are. One of the key things is so are they aware that like no type of straw that exists other than disposable straws are like universally usable, like have the same aspects of usability for disabled people? Like that's the first question. Like, do they think that they're gonna carry around some kind of non-disposable straw? Because that's the first step, is to realize that the only straws that some people can use are disposable straws. And then the second step is like, if they know that, the straws that are going to be used are literally the same ones, and they're just like not willing to accept that should be something that we should provide, then you don't. Like, you don't mess with it, you don't bother, because you're just never going to win. If they don't realize that, sometimes, like, I found that, you know, yesterday I thought someone was kind of being, like, you know, maybe not cruel, but thoughtless, and found out that they were just ignorant. And when I said, like, look, metal straws don't work, acrylic straws don't work, bamboo straws don't work, paper straws don't work, all of them have issues around usability for people who are disabled that cannot be resolved, they were like, oh, well, that's good information to have. And if you're looking for that, you could probably, I mean, you can probably search for, like, straw chart or something like that and see the chart of all the ways in which various types of straws don't work for different people. There you go. So, like, why should they have to? Like, why should people who already have to do more work in every other aspect of their life be forced to carry around straws just because abled people can't see fit to, like, you know, not ask for a straw? In general, we should take the approach of making things as easy as possible for those who have the most difficulty, and putting any additional work to be the onus of those who are more able. So if you have... Gotta put our all into the upcoming festival. I don't want to do that. I want to find another golden thing. There we go. Give me a star. Oh, I got that star. God damn it. I wanted another star. Yeah, I mean, straws are 0.03% of the plastic-based pollutants in the ocean. 47% are fishing nets. We are taking a problem that is caused primarily by greedy corporations and putting the work to fix it primarily on disabled people. It's absolutely disrespectful, and it is absolutely putting more work on the people least able to do it, which should be the thing we try to avoid in general. We should put more work on the people most able to do it, not least. You know, it's sort of like saying, well, why should I have to pay for someone else's, you know, X, Y, or Z? So. I mean, we really don't need zip drives, Brad. We really need zip disks. You know, we all know that I guess the drives go bad too. Never mind. I just know the zip drives were always terrible because they were always, you'd get the click of death and you'd have to make sure that you got your stuff off onto another disk as soon as you could because you knew you were going to lose all your information very soon. Fuck. On the plus side, Disney's going to start paying everybody $15 an hour, so that's cool. Not that it's actually enough to afford to live in some parts of California where Disney is, but I applaud a corporation for doing what is at least minimally the right thing. Got it! Oh, there's another star over there. Moon, whatever. Nah! God damn it. Are they only doing $15 an hour for full-time people? I mean, it's not, I don't know. I guess Disney has, like Google, Disney has a lot of money. They could do better. I don't fully know how I feel about the responsibility of corporations to provide a living wage when they are already above what is legally mandated. Or what I feel like the global regulation should be. I don't know. I guess I'm torn on that. Like, sure, corporations should be spending money. And I don't know how I feel on that. I want that moon. There we go. Corner of the magma swamp. Oh, and it recharges my life, which is good because I'm about to die. I don't know. Is $15 an hour enough? It's not enough to pay a living wage, but if it's the case that, if that's the case, is Disney, as someone who can get enough labor at the price they're paying where it is above market rate, responsible to pay more than that? Or is it the responsibility of government to provide, you know, regulations and resources for people to ensure that they can afford to live on what the legal requirement is? I don't know. That's a thing that I don't have a strong opinion on. Like, I generally am a smash capitalism type in a lot of ways, but it's not clear to me where the responsibility for smashing capitalism comes from. I don't think it can come from the corporations. They're the capitalists. Go through here. Yeah, I mean that's certainly an aspect of it, right? Like if like, yes, Disney employees can't afford to live in Anaheim. Like I can't afford to live in Back Bay. And I am a highly paid engineer at Google. Does Google have a responsibility to make that possible for me? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I could live somewhere cheaper? Hello, John Peterson. So I think that there's a moon here, and I think there's another one to the right, if I'm correct. Well, I mean, I think government should help. So, like, I am at least somewhat consistent in that way. I'm gonna go like that. There we go. And up we go. Picking up a moon. I mean, afford is, I mean, let's just be clear. Google pays me a ridiculous amount of money. Like, it's like, I'm a bad example. I shouldn't be used as an example. I shouldn't be used as anything. I could also afford to live in Back Bay. It would just mean changing a bunch of other things about, or Beacon Hill. It just mean changing a bunch of other things about my life. And so I shouldn't use that as an example. Like, if you can afford, like, what is the responsibility to provide a wage such that you can live within walking distance of work? Is it to provide a wage such that you can live within, you know, public transit distance of work? Is it to provide a, you know, a shuttle that takes you from wherever to wherever? Like, I don't know. I generally am of the opinion that if people can't afford to live, that everyone has a right to housing. I just don't know if I have strong opinions on how that should be reached. So yeah, using myself as an example is a stupid argument. It was a mistake on my part, and I apologize. It wasn't in bad faith. It was just thoughtless. Oh no! No, I've made arguments in bad faith in my time. It's not very common, but it happens. Alright. What is this? Down here. Oh god. Alright, we're good. Is it gonna be a moon? Nope. So yeah, who should be able to afford to live in Anaheim, and who's responsible for paying for it? I am generally in favor of a more equitable wealth distribution, but I also think that the reason that Anaheim rents are so high is in part because Anaheim has intentionally kept them high, because because people in that town want to, you know, maximize their profit and rent seeking. So maybe Anaheim should work on, you know, building some freaking, you know, affordable housing and housing in general and improve that problem. So I guess that's my take, is that what we need to have is that we need to have a broader portion of, we need to have less rent seeking and less general, you know, approaches of cities to NIMBY and remove the remove some of those incentives. So Anaheim Convention Center is one of a few facilities that so one, Anaheim is near LA. Two, it is a decently big convention center, but because it's not in a major city, it's affordable. So the reason that Anaheim Convention Center was selected for VidCon is almost certainly to try to make it affordable. The fact that you can buy a pass to VidCon for $100 for a community pass is kind of unusual for conferences that size. Now we can head to Bowser's Kingdom. Uh-oh, that can't be good. I don't know what's not good about it, but okay. I don't think I'm going to get to Bowser's Kingdom. I think I'm going to get stuck somewhere else on the way. I think you went to two panels, right, Jose? Maybe it was 3. Yeah. I love that they're telling me the triple jump, like, now. Like, I'm at the very end of the... See, I knew this was gonna happen. 5? 5. Alright, fair enough. I didn't give you enough credit. I apologize. Okay, Bowser's on a giant dragon. Yeah, John, it's cool. I like it a lot. It's very pretty, and it's fun to play. I definitely am not going to be, like, 100%ing it on the stream, but there's a possibility that I will actually make some time and go ahead and play it off stream, so... I don't think the ones you go to in your dreams count by most standards, but hey, you know, you do you. Whatever you want to count counts for me. I'm not the boss of you. Wow, this place looks pretty crumbled. It's actually, it reminds me a lot more of Zelda than of Mario. Yes, I know the Odyssey's broken again. The Odyssey is always broken. Let's take all these swords out of the stairs. I don't know why there's swords in the stairs, but it feels like the type of thing we should do. Excalibur, send me on, baby. Feels like I'm gonna fight a boss. Hello, dragon. How's it going? Let's see. Oh. Yes, you could have gone to no panels instead. Wouldn't that have been better? Ow. Damn. Okay. feel like I should pull all these out again, but I don't know why, so we're just going to do it anyway. This is probably just teaching me that I can pull them out, and it is absolutely no effect on anything, but... Off we go. One thing I did start looking at is that, so Cambridge CCTV has a Vimeo presence rather than a YouTube presence, which I get. You know, Vimeo is definitely a property that is much more, you are the customer, not the viewers are the customer, or you are the product, your videos are the product rather than the viewers are the product, which I can appreciate for a public access community. I do think it probably is costing them money to upload all their content there, but hopefully not all that much. Yeah, so I was disappointed that the organization they have there is so bad, and so they did this 30-second documentary thing, or 30-second films thing, and so they have, you know, 20 videos up there of all the things in the 30-second films class, but I can't find them on the channel page because there's no playlists that they have set up, and they have not put like tags in, and you can't search like within a channel, and so I'm like, and if you search for the title of something and include the name of the channel it's on, it doesn't find it, and it's like, it's so bad. All right, grab this. Oh god, a lot of lightning, Okay, let's get this out of here, out of here, out of here, out of here, out of here. Boom. We can do it. Yeah, so I'm assuming that, like, I don't remember if there's a Vimeo, like, plan, which is just, like, unlimited uploads or something like that, but if there is, I assume they've got that because they're uploading a lot of content, and definitely they are not being picky about what content they put on Vimeo. They put everything up there, and most of them don't have views. So with Vimeo, of course, I mean, the reality is that most things you put on YouTube don't get views either, right? You've got to drive that somehow. And mostly what I'm feeling is that what CCTV should do is either find a better way to manage their Vimeo presence using features of Vimeo. I don't know what there is, you know, whether it's playlists or albums or whatever, or they should be doing it on their own website. So the same way that ChrisPlaysGames.com, I did the games directory that I've built for myself, and the games directory is all content that I have like manually created web pages for and link out to the YouTube streams or everything else like that, and do embedded videos from that. They could do the same thing with Vimeo, and maybe should. And so when I look at like other public access stations in the area, that's exactly what they've done. If you look at, you know, Arlington or other towns nearby, you know, they either on Facebook or on YouTube, they've gone ahead and built up a ability to look at the videos that they host on YouTube, but on their own website. So that gives you control. You can kind of look at how you find them. You can implement your own searching or browsing or whatever else like that. If you've got TV shows that are, you know, routine, you can have a page for the show and then have all the videos attached to it in a, you know, whatever way you choose. You can do whatever. And I think that's a missing thing that a lot of people don't do, but really probably should do more of, is think about how can you organize content such that a person who has never watched you before would find something interesting to watch. And I feel like CCTV is doing a bad job of surfacing that with their Vimeo page. So the only reason I watched the 30-second documentary that I did watch was because they linked it on Facebook this morning and on Twitter. So they put it out on all of their social media, I think, which is a good idea. I think that, you know, sharing that content is good, and they uploaded it as a video to each of them, and so on and so forth. God damn it. I saw that coming, but I was too greedy. I was too greedy. And now I'm gonna die for it. Yep. So yeah, most of their videos have no views, probably, or very few. What are you here? You selling me hats? sure. Does that give me... That's the 6. Yeah, okay, cool. I should be able to win with that. That's fine. Let's do it. Do it to it. A bit cheap, but for 50 coins, I'll do it. But yeah, I think part of that is also that they took a long time to come around to the idea that the station itself should be managing a presence. So when I was on a show in 2014, I was like, hey, like, is this going to be on YouTube or Vimeo or something afterwards? And they were like, no, but if you bring a DVD, we can burn a DVD with the live show for you, and then you can do whatever you want with it. And so I actually set up a channel for the Psychic Fashion Show, which is the show I was on, and uploaded the episode to it, managed it on YouTube and everything else like that, gave the guy who ran the show access to it, which he never did anything with. But that video got, you know, several thousand views at this point. Yeah, so like that's a thing that I did in 2014, and at the time the station had no online presence at all. So I think that they really need to be thinking more about that with everything moving to a rather than a, you know, watch live environment to a like VOD on-demand streaming environment. I think that thinking about how you can maximize that and how they could provide better access to their content would be a really smart thing for them to do. Now, it may not be that they have anyone really there who's prepared to do that, so this might be a thing that I could help them volunteer to do, or it might be that they have people to do that, but they don't really know what to do, and they would, you know, be happy to take the time if we could come up with a plan or other things. So that's what I really want to figure out, is how to, you know, whether there is room for me to help in that, whether I can use any useful knowledge that I have that's different from what the average person has to make a difference. I also commented in my kind of post-class review form that one thing that I thought was a class that would be interesting would be to have a class on like how to upload your content to YouTube. You know, you've got all these filmmaking classes and other things like that, but no one teaching you like what should you do with it after that. How do you promote it? How do you get it out there? Talking about the different platforms, talking about what there is out there for people to find your content on. So that's a thing that I'm considering, whether, you know, once I finish up the round of classes I'm taking, whether it'll be something that I will try and help turn into a class. You know, how to, you know, get your videos out to the public, and also maybe do a little bit of research on film festivals or other things like that. And tagging your videos is unimportant. Write a good description, write a good, you know, multi-paragraph description of your content. Using keywords to describe it is the right approach. Yeah, I think the shadow ban thing is a complete... that's focusing on the wrong thing. You're literally talking about the type of people who don't, you know, who take notes on where the shutter button is on a camera. It's the wrong audience. And realistically, for the types of content produced by people taking documentary classes at your local public access station, you have to worry about shadow bans. So the moons help you drive the Odyssey. The Odyssey is driven by moons. So every time it gets, you know, it falls apart or becomes unpowered as we get to a new land, I have to go and get moons in order to power up the Odyssey. So I think we're getting close to the end here, it feels like. I'm not sure if there's another kingdom before the Bowser Kingdom or not. We'll find out, I guess. I feel like there's one whole section of the balloons still to go. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I think that the idea of realizing when your video might be shadow banned is a completely ridiculous idea, and is not something that I would teach in a class on how to use YouTube. It's more of a talking point than it is anything meaningful, and the reality is that there are some areas in which understanding how YouTube's recommendations in search and discovery might apply, but they definitely do not apply to 99% of people uploading content. This is it! The showdown! Man, I feel like Mario went really full in on the racist tropes in this game. Or stereotypes, I guess. I just feel like, I don't know. Doesn't feel particularly thoughtful what they've done in a lot of these places. Hello, Rin. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. All right, what do we got? Anything over here? No. I mean, it's pretty Japanese, but it's pretty, like, stereotypical Japanese? I don't know. You watch Dashi play this. That's cool. Oh. I mean, I'm not saying they haven't pulled Japanese tropes, I agree, but they're still tropes, and I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's not a better way to do it, but I feel like maybe there's a better way to do it. I don't care about those things. Unless there's a moon up there? No, no moon. Okay. I mean, I feel like they're Japanese, I don't know. I shouldn't talk too much about it. It's not my culture. I don't have to worry about, like, how it's represented. I do know that, you know, I think Jose mentioned when the game came out that the sombrero felt a bit heavy-handed as a way to approach things, and looking more towards characters like Sombra and representation in Overwatch was a more nuanced approach to the representation. Obviously, Overwatch is a very different type of game, produced by a very different type of company. There's a lot of differences in those things, but this feels a bit, I don't know, like I said, a bit stereotypical and tropey. Alright, what are you gonna do? That? Let's go ahead and slam. Nope, that was not what I meant to do. Damn. So it goes. I already got this. Why am I doing this? Don't do that. Oh no, I lost my extra heart. That's a shame. Oh. Second moon. Infiltrate Bowser's castle. I'm coming in, Bowser. Breaking in the front door. Smart bombing. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. But yeah, I've been enjoying this game a lot. I think, like most Mario games, it's well done. There's some that are harder, that are better than others. This is definitely on the better end. I find Mario 64 to be very difficult to play, even though I like a lot of the ideas of what they've done. The camera is just so bad. I found Super Mario Galaxy is actually really hard for me to watch people like stream, because it is so, like, the weird, you know, all of the gravity stuff and everything else like that just kind of does not work well for me. This game is great. And it's nice to have another 2D Mario game. Or 3D Mario game, sorry. Not 2D. Another 2D game would be fine too. I'm fine with that. Can I say a word or phrase at the end of the little song? Like, can I? I don't have a word or phrase to say. I don't know exactly what you're looking for here. So I think the answer to your question is no. I will not do that. Oh, that's right. There was what was it called? It was well, Super Mario 3D World was 3D, right? But yes, there was, as is often the case, more news on, you know, Republicans being shadow banned or something from Twitter, where shadow banned is a word that has now lost all meaning. You know, it used to me that shadow banned meant one specific thing. The idea of shadow banning was no one would see your content except you, and that was, you know, that you would still think you were posting, but in reality you were not. It's a term that was kind of, as far as I know, was popularized by Reddit, which does have actual shadow bans, where you will see yourself as posting, but no one else will see you. And this is the same thing that, you know, chat comments from YouTube chat will do if you get banned by somebody, right? If you get banned, all bans in YouTube chat are shadow bans. So I think I have to hit a bomb into that, so let's try that. Oh. So we're missing one. Yeah, so Emily, the latest scam is there's hackers out there who are still, like, they are taking old password databases, and they email you saying, like, I have your password, I used it to break into your, you know, computer, and I videotaped you using your webcam watching porn. If you don't send me, you know, N bajillion dollars, or 1 Bitcoin, I guess is what they asked for, then I will send the video to all of your friends, all of your contacts. It's a complete lie, of course. They have neither your contacts nor a video of you, but they just are following the Black Mirror script to try to convince people to give them money, and have been quite effective. They've been able to get a whole lot of money out of the scam, and so now it's becoming more and more popular. So someone sent me an email with my password that I had during the Mt. Gox breach back in 2014. Is like, you know, we have your password, and I'm like, yeah, sure, you have my password. That hasn't been my password anywhere since, you know, 2015, but sure, you have my password. Congratulations. Well, so that is on Reddit. That is a couple of different things. So that can be site-wide shadow bans. It can also just be comments that get hit by automod. But in general, yeah, Reddit does not limit your visibility, like, doesn't change the comment counter when a comment can't be seen. So if a post has a comment indicator but doesn't have any comments, it's because for some reason the comments on that post are hidden. And that could have been a moderator manually removed that comment. It could be an entire account is shadow banned. And the same is true of YouTube counters, I think, is like, if you get a spam comment, it increases the comment counter. So if you click through to a video that claims it has 10 comments, sometimes you won't have any visible comments because they're all moderated and not visible, and so on and so forth. Wahoo! Big brutal battle. Oh, brutal, like, nope, don't get it. Oh, the brood. That's all the kids. So, like, it's like a bridal, only it's a brood. I don't know. No, it's like a brutal, like Brutus, brutal. Only it's kids instead. I don't know. Alright, let's go in here. See if we can buy a moon. Yes. Also gonna buy one of these heart things, because there's really no reason not to. Wow. I guess I didn't need that. I don't actually need any more moons, but that's okay. Boom. Alright, now let's get out of here. We are all set to go. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. I want to build this, and I want to see someone rebuild this place in Minecraft. That's what I want to see. Anyway, hello Emily, how's it going? Did I say banana? I don't think I said banana. I am a banana. My spoon is too big. So what do we got going on here? Why am I supposed to be going somewhere here or what? Stand on that glowing point of light? Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, exactly like that one episode of Black Mirror, Emily. Yeah, so they, with the exception that in Black Mirror, at least, the idea was that, he actually had that material, whereas in this case, he's just faking it, of course. Ow! Oh, right, there we go. Aha! Okay. So I need to avoid her until she sticks her hat in the ground. And then I need to follow up by hitting the spikes. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. There you go. Oh, you got me, but that's okay. Oh no! God damn it. Okay, I had to hit those so they would come back and hit her in the head. That was a step I failed and forgot. But yeah, very much based off the Black Mirror episode. And they're just trying to, like I said, just trying to make me think that I have a, you know, they did get a password of mine that I used at one point. So, you know, they at least did something right. They sent it to an email I used. They did that right. They're using a Bitcoin address with a wallet that is not attached to anything else, which is also a good idea. So there's no payments in the one that they sent me. So either that or the person who sent out this particular cluster of emails did actually send out the same wallet address to everybody, and people are smarter and not sending in money. But one of the ones I looked at before definitely had money in the Bitcoin account that was asking for money, which is kind of dumb. Like, there's really no reason to use the same Bitcoin wallet address multiple times. So, hello, Taspy. Boom. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Alright, one down. Now, other one to go. Come on, Brood. I can take you. Alright, am I gonna fight this green one now? About $8,000, Jeff. Oh, supposed to jump on your head. Oh gosh. It's bumper cars with hats. Don't know what I'm supposed to do. There we go. All right. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and grab this heart. There we go. Boom. Do I mind Bitcoin? No. Yeah, so Emily, my information has been included in like 22 different breaches according to Have I Been Pwned. Most of them are probably older passwords, but you know, I think most of them I look at and I'm like, I don't even know what my password was on that website. I haven't used it in so long, and I'm not gonna go and try and log in now. No problem, Ren. Yeah, so I do not mine Bitcoin. Mining Bitcoin is pretty much a loss at this point. There is, if you do a lot of work, you could probably make a small profit on it, but especially in New England, definitely not worth it. Power here is pretty expensive. And it's one of those kind of constant cat and mouse games. So I don't know if you've ever watched Silicon Valley, which is an HBO show, but on Silicon Valley, Guilfoyle has set up like a Bitcoin mining rig, and it's only worthwhile for him to mine when the price is above a certain amount, and so he only mines when the price is above a certain amount, and in order to, you know, hear when it is or isn't, it makes a noise to kind of like remind him like, oh, go, you know, start mining or stop mining or whatever. And it makes that noise like every 12 seconds or something along those lines. It's kind of ridiculous, you know. Does not represent how you would actually behave, because obviously it would depend on more things than just like every 12 seconds. But it does kind of represent how mining is one of those things that really only makes sense if you're willing to make it a full-time thing you're thinking about, which I am definitely not willing to do. I did have a friend who basically bought himself a machine learning rig, you know, with like 3 different GPUs, and paid for it by mining Bitcoin. So he, you know, had a whole setup where he would mine. He had his computer with 3 GPUs in it, and then once he had made, you know, he made like double what he spent on hardware, he was like, cool, now I'm done. Mining Bitcoin is no longer profitable, and I don't have to worry about this anymore. Yes, if your electricity is free, Bitcoin mining is definitely more cost-effective. That is certainly true. Bitcoin is an electronic currency that is all the rage, but it is based on basically a bunch of computers all get together and try to guess what the current number that they can combine with the current ledger is to produce an output. If you guess successfully, then you get some bitcoins, and you can use those bitcoins to, like, they're worth something if you can get someone to buy them from you. It's more complex than that, but basically think of the use of Bitcoin as being sort of similar to, you know, you can trade things like PayPal. You send people money to their digital wallet, and they can, you know, do whatever. Or you could go to somebody and say like, hey, I would like you to pay me $4,000, and I will transfer 1 Bitcoin to your wallet. It's more complicated than that. Trying to explain Bitcoin while live streaming and not having thought about it is not exactly super effective, but basic idea is that Bitcoins are digital cash that you can use sort of like PayPal. Bitcoin is much more than a pyramid scheme. The fact that speculators have made it into a massive disaster is definitely not evidence that that's the only thing it's useful for. Blockchain technology and the idea of a decentralized ledger is a totally reasonable idea. It's just that Bitcoin gained so much popularity so quickly that it basically has been treated in really ridiculous ways by a whole bunch of people. And a lot of that has been controlled by speculation. But there are definitely people who got in, you know, even in the past year, who've made millions of dollars off of investing in cryptocurrency. And that investing can mean a lot of different things. It can mean, you know, investing in hardware and mining. It can mean trying to do trading on the volatility of the overall market. It certainly has aspects where being an early adopter is rewarded, but any system which is based on network effects has to find some way to reward early adopters. That's not like the end of the world type of thing. Yeah, so one of the places where Bitcoin makes the most sense, of course, is like Venezuela. In Venezuela, the local currency has been completely devalued by ridiculous financial decisions made by the regime that rules Venezuela, and it makes sense for people there, and as well as having subsidized power from the state. So for them, okay, well, I can buy a GPU with, N dollars US and use it to make money. If I get a job in Venezuela, that job will pay me in Venezuelan currency, which is not going to be worth anything because it's being devalued so rapidly that people have to carry it around in wheelbarrows. This is not generally what people would think of as a good thing. So Bitcoin can be an alternative, and then the other thing, of course, about Venezuela is because it's sanctioned by many countries, and so their currency it's hard to transfer their currency. The government has rules against transitioning to cash. So yeah. Now, if the right thing to do is then to trade that for US dollars, not Bitcoin, because of a lot of reasons. One is just the extreme volatility of Bitcoin is bad. But yeah, I mean, there are certainly, we're off to our wedding anniversary ceremony on the moon. Oh, well, that's, feels unfortunate. How is your air-powered spaceship gonna get to the moon? It feels like your ship is powered by wind. Wind can't fly you to the moon, I would think. I don't know if wheelbarrows is technically true in Venezuela yet. It is true. Was true in the Weimar Republic in Germany. The Deutsche Mark, like people would bring it in wheelbarrows to pay for their groceries or something because it was so devalued. I think that Venezuela went through something recently where they just took like the last 6 digits off of all their money. So it used to be a $100,000 bill is now a $1 bill. I could be misunderstanding exactly what went on there. I will admit. Alright. Shoot me some bombs. Let's go. I will shoot them right into your feet. Okay. So now what do? I jump up here. Oh, I probably need to grab this guy. Crap. Alright. I forgot that I can poke my beacon and hop up. Yeah, so I don't know how far away the moon is. This is one of those things that MatPat did a video on, is like how big is the Earth and the moon in Mario, or how far apart are they, or something along those lines. Alright, what do we got here? Ah. I don't feel like I'm making any progress here. Alright, so I'm gonna try and go for the top next time. Yeah, but those monetary units are probably like yen or something. I mean, everything, all that matters is what something is actually, like, numbers of dollars don't make sense outside the currency that they're in, right? Or number of currency units. Aha! I got him out. You know, so I don't know the exact timeline of what Mario games are supposed to be. I do know that to me this doesn't feel like Galaxy because Galaxy has the weird gravity changing stuff, and this obviously does not have that mechanic, which is the primary thing I care about. This boss is made of waffle. Yes. It's more steampunk, I think. It's wood and steam and metal. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh god. I think I miss on that, thank you. What is my stream key? I don't know why you're asking that. Not really sure why you think I would tell you either, but I also don't know why you're asking that. Well, I haven't seen the moon yet, so I don't even know that part yet. Alright, come at me, Raging Bull. Just dodge you here. Alright, what's gonna go on now? We're gonna get some more of these. Fine. Firecrackers. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. God damn it. Phase 3 and I get got. Oh shoot. Yeah, I already watched this. Alright. One. Two. Ah! Crap. Up. Up. Ah! Thought I was high enough. I was not. Up. Ah. I'm bad at using this flinging mechanic. There we go. Boom. Okay. Yeah, so Mario games wise, Super Mario Bros. 3 is one of my favorite Mario games. I find Super Mario 64 hard to play, Super Mario Galaxy hard to watch. I find this one really enjoyable. I always enjoy different mechanics, and so the whole, like, taking control of different enemies' bodies mechanic is definitely an interesting one to me, and I'm really pleased with how it works out. There's definitely a lot of things here that feel like, you know, it would be possible to be much better at them, right? So whether it's mechanics like boss mechanics or level mechanics or anything else like that, I definitely feel like there's a lot of room for me to personally improve my skill, and that's great. Like, I love games that are where I feel like I can make a difference in how well I'll perform just by getting better at the game. There are some games where it feels like it's all luck, or I can't actually make a huge difference in how I play, and that is definitely not the case for this Mario. God damn. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna look for that heart, which I think I left somewhere. I thought I left one over here somewhere. Like that. Well, yeah, and then I think that there's two things, right? Like, there's always the, like, how much do you force people to do before they've completed the game once? And this game has a lot of stuff you can do after, right? So just like, you can beat Super Mario 64 with 70 hearts, or 0, but, like, designed with 70 hearts, but you can also beat it with, uh-oh. That was not what I was expecting. Okay. I'm coming. Ah! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. So yeah, just like you can beat it with 70 stars or 120 stars, this game you can beat with, you know, 128 stars or whatever. but there's also the ability to go on and collect 999 moons. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do afterwards, whether it's exploration or whether it's, you know, purchases or whether it's different level layouts or whatever you want to do. It's likely that it's included somewhere in this game. And that's kind of cool. So lots of different challenges, lots of different hidden areas is definitely a cool thing to have for the completionists out there, and allows you to kind of practice and play the game the way that you would like to play it, which is great. So as something that is quite deep and has a lot of different, you know, play styles that you can use, that's great. Of course, that also means that there's lots of different pathing and routing and so on and so forth for speedrunning. Another thing that people will enjoy spending time on sometimes. I'm not a big speedrunner, but I know that some people are. So what does the Mario amiibo give you? Because, like, I'm already Mario. Okay, did that with no hits. It's great. Avoid getting run over. Well, or not. Let's just get run over. Ah. Oh. Gotta hit him 3 times before he drops down to 1 knee, I guess. Take a knee, sir. It's time for the national anthem. Alright. Alright. We can do this. We need this. We're done. Not just 3? Oh, Jesus. What's going on now? Got more firecrackers. Got stomping. Shoot some bombs at me. Yep. Ah. Ah. Yes! Ah, temporary invisibility. Gotcha. Invisibility or invincibility? Like, you can't be seen or you can't be damaged? So yeah, overall the game is designed to be playable by a whole variety of age ranges. It's designed to be beatable by a whole variety of, you know, skill levels in gaming and so on and so forth, but also designed to be deep such that if you want to play more into it, you can. And so the game is almost explicitly designed to allow you to play through the whole thing without jumping, for example, which is, you know, a really interesting thing in a Mario game that seems to be, as far as I can tell, largely about jumping, that you can do that. But they've designed, like, you know, there's no part of the game that you can't beat without jumping. I mean, there's no part of the game you have to go through that you can't beat without jumping, which is kind of cool. Now let's go off to the moon. Just throw me on the globe. Alright, let's go. 128 moons. Yep, you can complete Super Mario 3D World without jumping. Super Mario 3D World seems like that was less by design and more by accident. But yeah, so Game Champ, I think 000 or something like that, did a video on both of those things. And was able to find ways to make both of those happen, which is cool. Let's save those two. Let's go to the moon, baby. Fly me to the moon. Here we go. Another thing that came by on my social media feed this week was that like a 20-year time lapse of stars in the center of our galaxy orbiting the black hole at the center of our galaxy, which is pretty cool. You're actually able to kind of look at it and use the footage from the ESO to see transition over time. What's interesting is actually you can see how the image quality gets better over time. So like halfway through the time lapse of like this 20-year time lapse, you can actually see that all the stars become much more defined because their quality of the cameras have gotten better. So don't I look dapper? I do look dapper. I mean, I don't look dapper at the moment, but like in the game I do. I'm wearing this cool... Woo! Oh my! Okay. Jumping. Okay, so gravity is totally fucked up here. That's interesting. I don't like that. I don't like change. It's changed and I don't like change. Oh god. Okay. Slow. Oh, that's nothing interesting. Okay, let's just jump past all these. I like these little these octolings. They look a lot like, I guess they're not, but they look a little bit like the octo enemies in the moon level of DuckTales, the Capcom game. I hear the wedding bells singing, in the land they're ringing. Let's do a big jump, and I forgot to jump, and I did a bad little thing. Yes, the GitHub mascot is my enemy. I haven't actually played the DuckTales for Switch. I was watching a guy recently who was playing it, but I have not done so myself. It looks good, but frankly, the NES version is great. I'm actually really sad. There's one thing about it I'm sad about, which is that I feel like they did a not... Oh. Okay. I feel like the moon theme in the new DuckTales for Switch is, or whatever the remaster is I don't like it as much. I feel like they, like the change kind of got rid of some of the kind of haunting elements of the initial DuckTales for the DuckTales moon theme, and that's what, some of the most awesome like NES music there is. So it makes me a little bit sad. All right, let's go ahead and jump here. Flap, 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 Flappy Bird! Can't get me! I hide around the corner. Okay. I'm coming, Elizabeth! Oh, for... What is the DuckTales is not for Switch, it's for something else? It's for Wii or something? Or did it not come out for... It didn't come out for a Nintendo console, it only came out for everything else. Yeah, so the 8-bit moon theme I just like better, and it makes me sad that they kind of did that poorly. But overall, the game's fine. I mean, it's just that it doesn't have enough differences from the NES game to really make it compelling to me. Like, it's not that it's bad, but it's a very close... I mean, it's a remaster. It's a very close copy of the original, and the original is a fine game, so I don't feel the need to, you know, play it that much, if that makes sense. Gotcha. Wii U. Got it. Get out of here. Oh god. Okay, let's see if I can get through. Oh! I forgot that I run really fast after I land after getting my butt bum burned. God damn. Who's up there? Does Bowser have like a weird green flower on his head? I found a secret! Ow. Bring Duck Hunt to the Switch. Well, the problem with Duck Hunt is that, like, a big part of what made Duck Hunt was the fact that it was, like, almost completely unplayable. Like, that's the reason, like, it's a really crappy control scheme to try and, like, you know, do what you do. It never really worked well, but it was just one of those things that because it was so unique at the time, people, you know, learned to love it. It was never good. It was just, like, acceptably bad and in a way that people accepted at the time. Alright, let's go and grab this. Get out of here. Oops. Alright. Oh, well, now it's completely unplayable, yeah. So it depended on specifics of how CRTs worked in order to play it in the first place, but in addition to being, like, literally unplayable now, like, it was just extremely difficult to play well, and I think that wouldn't sell very well in the modern world. So you can do things like, okay, well, now I can, you know, use a pointer to point at the screen, but then it's like, if you can point at the screen, then you're losing a lot of the magic of, like, you know, not actually knowing if you were going to succeed or not. It becomes a very different game. So I actually played Duck Hunt with, like, the mouse and keyboard, just in an emulator, and I was like, yeah, this is just not, it's not really interesting or fun because it's removed the element of Duck Hunt that made Duck Hunt, which is that it's really just a shitty game to play. Well, yeah, and then you had to put your gun on the screen, but you had to, like, tilt it at a weird angle, otherwise it wouldn't really be good. You know, there was all kinds of silly things that we did. We put up with so much crap back then, it turns out. Huh. Oh god! I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, but I feel like that worked out for me, so I'm gonna go with it. Ah! Damn. So I know what I was supposed to do there. And that was not it. God damn it. I don't know if it's better than the power pad. I never felt like I didn't know what to do on the power pad. The trick was that you ran back and forth really fast, then you stepped off of the power pad, and then you stepped back on it when it was about time to be done. It's very simple. Gotcha. Yeah, one of the interesting things is the new NES/Genesis cartridges, like, overall. So there's one of them coming out soon. People are making a new Sega Genesis game, like, on an actual cartridge, which is kind of cool. People did that last year as well. I saw the folks at PAX East who made Haunted Halloween 86, which was a modern Nintendo game. I went right past the platform I needed to stop on. God damn it. Is there golf? On what? I need more information. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Duck Hunt for Switch would work. That's all I'm saying. I just don't think that the aspects of it that made it frustrating / fun would translate. Yeah, no, the lava doesn't instant kill you. Alright, so I need to take this guy. Come here. No! Damn it. Okay. So I've got the right idea. Just gotta do better. Come on, baby. Let's do this. I assume that I can't go just straight across. No. Oh no! Oh! God damn it! So was Mario Odyssey out in time to deserve Game of the Year? I feel like Breath of the Wild, one of the things that made it special was it was out earlier than Mario Odyssey, so... Like at the time, I don't know. And people also loved Breath of the Wild in a way that was kind of... It was a very love-hate relationship, and I'm not sure that it would have mattered. Yeah, I just don't know how those award things work. Like, what the voting process is, like, when do votes happen, how do people, you know, nominate games. Like, was Odyssey even eligible last year? Oh. There we go. Hello, Dada, Ro, May, May. Welcome to the stream. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. I think this is one of those football players from Super Mario World. Now I've got a mustache. I like that the primary defining characteristic of enemies that are currently Mario has a mustache. Is there a flag there? No. Charging Chuck. CPG stands for Chris Plays Games. I don't care about the purple coins. Does not bother me. You again. And now you got 3 hats on your Chomp Chomp? I see how it goes. Seems like it's gonna be trouble, but I'm gonna see what I can do. Do I remember you? Yes, I remember you. Yes. Lunchtime for your new chain chompkins. I think it is true that Mario's only a sentient mustache. That's correct. Alright. I clearly need to find a heart somehow. I don't think that's gonna work, but... Alright. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! Yeah, I don't have any amiibos, so that's not a... That's not a thing that's gonna be happening. In general, I'm just not the best at playing games. If what you are interested in is watching someone play games, then you may want to find someplace else to be. I totally accept that I am a kind of crappy live streamer and not a great gamer. So, you know, other people are going to be better at all these things. Not a good gamer, not a good streamer, he's just Mr. CPG. Alright, what do we got now? You gonna bring it on? Let's do it. I'm ready. Oh, that was dumb. I was not ready. I was wrong. Everything I just said was untrue. Oh, God damn it. Aiming is hard. There we go. One thing that was really interesting to me is that, like, once I, so I went to the documentary class, and there was, like, you know, we were coming up with ideas for what we could do a documentary on, and I just had so many ideas of things that I want to do, and the idea of having someone else to do them with just was so much more compelling than the idea of doing them on my own. One, of course, because you can split up some of the work, but two, just because, like, it just seemed so much more fun, the idea of doing it that way, which is something that I always, like, I kind of think of in my YouTube stuff, but not really. God damn it. And it's a reminder to myself that I really should be thinking of, like, okay, would it make sense to partner with people on some of these things more? Like, should I be... Let's go ahead and, like, smash these bricks. See if there's anything interesting in them. I don't think there will be, but... So yeah, so I've got a bunch of ideas of, like, things that would be kind of interesting local documentaries that I would be interested in doing. So that's one thing that I'll be trying to keep in mind more once I finish up these classes, is looking for people I can produce with at CCTV or elsewhere, just, like, locally to me, and try and do something a little bit more, you know, concrete. I know that there's a lot of... I have historically been really bad at working with other people in a live streaming space because I like being the center of attention, but setting that aside and really working on a more in-depth project with other people seems like it would be an interesting thing to attempt. Alright. Let us go. Up to the show. Yes, I know. You're gonna yell at me, I've hurt you, blah blah blah. In a past life I was mean. There we go. I've never played Pokemon. Nope. I played Pokemon Go for the same month that everyone else played Pokemon Go for, and have not played anything else in the Pokemon space. I have considered doing, like, a Pokemon live stream, but of course Pokemon as an RPG is one of those games that's harder to get into in the kind of shorter live streams and more limited time. There we go. I've also continued to enjoy watching the no-clip documentaries, which are much longer documentaries on kind of game development, studios, and games, and other stuff like that. Oh, I'm sure they're fun. So I was pointing this out earlier, I think before you were around, that, like, anything I pretty much only play games on stream, and anything RPG-y is kind of, like, long and grindy for me to do on stream, so they're not really great streaming games. And so Pokemon falls into that space for me. Alright, off we go. Don't care about coins, because I got a lot of them. You gonna take me to Bowser? What do you think? Nope. Oh god. Don't fall off the moon. It's a long fall. Alright. Ever after hill, up to the chapel. Going to the chapel and they're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and they're gonna get married. Gonna get married. Going to the chapel of love. I'm ruining this wedding. No, we're not having any of this. Oh. You can't marry my Peach. No. Peach is not happy with Bowser. Peach is happy to see me. Oh dear. Note to self. Oh, nice. Good job, Hat. Why couldn't you help me do that like any other time? Oh, it wasn't enough. God damn it. Now we're in the middle of the moon. Oh, but Bowser's here too. Okay, that's fine. I can take you down. You're pretty tall. Help me, Mario. Help yourself, Peach. You're good at this shit. Make like a bouquet and get thrown out. Get ready, Mario. Roar. I could take you in your punchy hat. Here's your happily ever after. Oop. Damn it. Boom. Whoa! Flame throwing, flame throwing. Bowser is a flame throwing. Jumping over the fire, and I'm dodging the house. I don't know what these shells are, but they are gonna kill me. Alright, see if I can find another heart somewhere, anywhere, maybe. Doesn't look like it. Hey. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Oh! Oh no! Oh, fuck! Okay, well now I know some of the hats have hearts in them. God damn it. Damn it. Jumping too early for the tail whip. If I die, Bowser gets the good ending. Well, I've died twice. I don't know how that counts for Bowser getting the good ending, but it's possible. Shit happens. Let's take this out. Let's go. Fire. 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 Ah! Okay. One down. 73 to go. Many hats. Fire, fire, fire. Damn, damn, damn. All right, making progress. Whoa. Lots of hats. Oh, damn it. Oh! It's alright. Okay, so what was in the news this week that you care about? What was the most important story that I've missed? What should I know that I don't know? Okay, skip, 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 skip. Sonic Mania got DLC, that's right. Have you played it yet? Is it good? Should I get is it free or is it like a pay thing? I heard about it, but I have not looked into it in any way more than that. Boom. So what do you think? $5, got it. Overall, I found Sonic Mania to be really good. It was maybe a little short. I mean, it's the right length for a Sonic game, but I was kind of like, I got to the end and I was kind of like, oh, I kind of wanted more. So, of course, that speaks mostly to the fact that it was really well done. And I really enjoyed it. Ah. Gotcha. Okay, so no new levels. That's primarily what I wanted, was new levels. There you go. I am taking your hat, Bowser. You go ahead and jump and throw fire at me. I can take it. You can dish it out, I can take it. Now you're gonna do 2 tail whips. 2 tail whips down. And you are hit into the fence. Swing for the fences. Yeah, but not like I don't know. It's not like another full game's worth of levels or anything. Aha! Got a heart and a hat. 1, 2, 3. So what's he gonna throw at me this time? Houses, bombs, turtle shells on fire. Oh, god damn it. Boom! Take that, Bowser. Alright, what comes next? We save Peach? Wow. Cool. Whew. Yeah, as a non-completionist, the emerald stuff doesn't matter so much to me, but I guess that's one of the problems. I'm like, yeah, I want new levels, but I haven't actually played through all the content yet, so... This seems bad. Where exactly did I just fall to? Sorry, is the moon's surface like a hollow crust and inside is a giant gaping pit? Since when does the moon have fire in the middle of it? That doesn't sound right. Oh. Yes. Now I am Bowser. So the pinball minigame is presumably from Sonic Spinball, right? Got like the Wily thing and the pinball flippers and bounced off the things at the top or whatever.
Hey, Mario.
This feels odd. Oh. Where do I want to go? Crap, not that way apparently. God damn it. Gotcha. Yeah, so maybe not really all that interesting for what I want. I am glad they're doing it. I mean, like I said, the Sonic Mania was an absolutely great game. For the 20 bucks that it cost, it was great. 5 bucks for DLC to add more modes for people who want to play them is awesome. I hope that they do more, consider at least doing more 2D Mario games in that vein. I would happily pay 20 bucks for another game with that level of content. I would pay 30 bucks for another game with that level of content. And I think they should consider whether they can figure out a way to do more. Alright, what is this? There we go. Oh god. Okay, so now Bowser's gonna go through here. Alright, let's go, Bowser. Do your thing. Escape the room, escape the room. This is the great Bowser escape. I am running out of here as fast as I can. Ow. Hello, Stingray! Yes, you did. I think. Bowser is currently Mario. And we are using him to help rescue Peach, who is riding on our shoulder, as you can see there on my left shoulder. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm a little bit confused since I thought I was on the moon as to what the outside is, but... oh, I guess I have to break all 4 of these. Okay. The music is definitely very poppy. It's a very JRPG style pop. Although I will say that, like, with JRPG style pop, I wouldn't expect the lyrics to be in English, so maybe that's the wrong word to use. But it's definitely not what I expect from a Mario game. Alright, destroy this 4th pillar. Nope. Get to the middle. Okay, so I was on the moon, which is now falling apart, and now I'm blasting back as electricity with Peach and Bowser to the Earth. So, it was nice to know you, Moon, but I guess you're gone. Oh wait, no, now I'm back on the moon. Where the hell was I? The moon's not flat. Peach floating down, as usual. I was not aware there was a new Labo set, Brad, so I have no opinion at this point. Do you think I should get the new Labo set? I'm not convinced that watching me build those was all that interesting, so... What I like doing is something different, but... Kiss! 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 What? I don't think she wants the piranha plants, dude. And the fire flower seems a bit dangerous as well. That's right. You tell him, Peach. Fuck you, boys. They deserved it, fighting like that. Let's go home. I like that she's like, let's go home, but then like takes off without even waiting for them. That's not very nice. I did it! I beat the game! Alright, so cool. I beat Super Mario Odyssey. Yay me! Thank you very much for the GGs. A winner is me. I appreciate that. What should I play on Monday? Favorite old game. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat the other sides of the moon. Chrono Trigger. No, that's long, right? I feel like Peach is her own woman, and just because he did something nice for her does not mean that she owes him any kind of relationship or anything else like that. I think that that's unreasonable. I've played Banjo-Kazooie. I didn't like Banjo-Kazooie because all of the levels required you to get like 100% completion to complete the game. So I never actually finished it, and I didn't want to go back to it. I could play Banjo-Tooie. Play Jill the Jungle. "50 underappreciated DOS games. Dope Wars? No. Commander King Goodbye to the Galaxy, I've played it. Epic Pinball, I've played it. Gorilla Bass, no. Battle Chess, obviously not. Red Baron, probably not. Yeah, I mean, let's just be clear. Like, she was abducted by Bowser, like, stolen away, like, had, you know, kept locked up in a ring. She's clearly had a pretty bad time. And for Mario to be like, oh, now that I've saved you, like, clearly I am the one for you. Like, she's not in a relationship with you, bitch. Like, that's not her thing right now. You know, if you want to establish a relationship with her, you can establish a relationship with her, but you don't get to do that just, like, out of the blue just because you showed up. Come on now. Like King's Quest. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just follow a walkthrough and go through one of the King's Quest game. King's Quest 6 or something.
Thank you so
You're welcome,
much for
Mario.
playing my game.
Oh, like an after credits thing. Oh, that's it. Cool. Yeah, so that was Super Mario Odyssey. I can now travel to the Mushroom Kingdom. Have I not been to the Mushroom Kingdom before? Oh, no, I haven't. Okay. That's the place with the castle. I've been here in different games, just not in this game. Mario's taking a nap. We saved our two dear friends, Hat and Peach, and left Bowser on the moon. I don't want it to end. So many more hats you need. You can travel somewhere new. Let's go out to Peach's castle. Let's not. We're done. We're not going anywhere. Anyway, so that is Super Mario Odyssey. Fun game, good controls, good. I mean, Nintendo does really good games. Let's just be clear. Mario games are fun, and this game was no exception. I think they did a lot of cool controls. I think that they balanced the gameplay really well and made it difficult enough that I felt challenged, but not so difficult I felt stuck for the most part. It's good. And even though a lot of this is exploration, I did never feel like I didn't know where to go, which is a problem I have with Super Mario 64, was that sometimes I was like, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go next. Like, this is not helpful at all. So, the art is solid. I think the art is actually really, really pretty. Yeah, happy you played it. Hope you are as well. As far as what comes next, on Monday I will probably be playing King's Quest, maybe 5 or 6. I'll see how long a walkthrough of one of those will play, and see if I can figure that out. I will be a little bit late starting on Monday because I'll be coming home from class, which goes until 8:45 or 9 o'clock. So don't be surprised if I'm a little bit late, but I will be back to tell you more about how my Premier Boot Camp is going, as well as everything else. This has been Super Mario Odyssey. I am the Chris who plays games. You have been a lovely audience to hang out with and chat, and I am going to call it a night for myself. I will see real quick if we've got anybody else online that I might go watch for a little bit before I drift off to sleep. Thank you all for being here. Nope.
But yeah, so shout out
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. yeah, so I'm done for the night. It's been lovely to see you. If it's your first time here, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again. Every Monday night at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time is Retro Games. Every Friday is Whatever I Want. So we just finished up Super Mario Odyssey, and we'll be picking up with a King's Quest game on Monday. I hope to see you all there. If not, I hope you have a lovely night. Have a lovely weekend, and I will catch you later. That's it for me. Have a good one. Bye-bye.